Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new play-by-play video. Today we're playing some Nemesis solo with Aspect, of course. This pick is really strong right now. We're into a Vulcan solo, which I know is one of those picks that a lot of people really have a ton of difficulty with. So very happy to get an experience, I guess, to kind of showcase how you play against this character. Obviously, it's going to change a little bit in every matchup that you're in. Obviously, depending on what you're playing against this Vulcan pick, but try to show some consistent ideas that if you apply in your matchups across the board and just like how you approach it, you'll tend to do pretty well. So really the biggest thing in these Vulcan lanes is just paying attention, number one, to the fact that he's probably going to go Thumper, he's probably going to go Turret, and you're going to get spam hit by those abilities. And you're really going to get yourself screwed if you look to continuously chase and fight him when the fight's just not good for you. So on them, we have a ton of pressure early in terms of fight potential, but our clear is, a bit lackluster. So if you're sitting there continuously hitting the wave while he's just hitting you, you're going to kind of just die, and then it's going to be real sad. That was a rough trade, but it's all good. But if instead you look to continuously kind of fight him and then run when he starts to turn it, or when your wave is starting to kind of get cleared out, you're going to have a lot better experience, generally speaking. The lanes are going to look a little bit funky in terms of like health, where both of you are going to be quite low, but generally speaking, that's going to work out for you in the short term. And again, if you can keep them low, then eventually you can kind of start to get some kills, or at least make him lose some pressure and all those things, and then obviously you are not going to be so unhappy with the lane. So I guess big picture that I'd really recommend is just try to look for these short trades where you can fight, get poke off, and then disengage afterwards. And assuming you get those trades off fairly consistently and fairly well, you'll generally speaking not have too much trouble with this character. We were able to make him lose a little bit of farm there, I think. Just last hit, so nothing too crazy. That's fine. And I was really expecting to kill him. I just kind of got close. We'll just pre-3 the auto. Yeah, I'm just going to have to look for a reset. It is still annoying, I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you're just going to have to kind of chalice up and hope for the best a little bit. That's probably what we're going to have to do here. I was really expecting to get that kill. He just was very low. So it happens. No big deal. We'll get a chalice, and we can just start building into Golden Blade. I would try to recommend, if you can, avoid going the Devos builds. Again, it really depends on your character. But remember that these Devos builds have a little bit of scaling to them. And even though the sustain is nice, if you are going to be pushed in early and you're going to be suffering early, you building a scaling item is obviously going to make you be pushed in for a longer period of time and struggle for a longer period of time. That doesn't mean it's not worth ever going, but I want you, at least if you are going to go Devos builds into a god like Vulcan, to just be aware of it and you'll be fine. So yeah, no big deal. As long as you're aware. So, obviously you're not going to want to get really crazy if you're doing a build like that. But again, general idea, short trades. I'm going to think against that because Fen's here. So yeah, I was about to look, but no play. That's okay. Fen's on that camp. I can't really help because I've got a wave to clear. So not too bad. I'm going to help him now because this Fen's really committing and Vulcan's just going to walk. Yeah, this is a little bit backwards, this whole sequence now. Is he just dead? He is just dead. Maybe I trade? He's quite healthy. Yeah, don't kill him. I mean, maybe we turn this eventually. Do the bead shield. Good combo. Probably should have ulted the Vulcan, honestly. Because obviously he doesn't have that ultimate. Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, we live, though, so good enough, I guess. Vulcan movement speed is really freaking annoying. Yeah, I should have ulted the Vulcan. I just didn't want to die, so kind of rushed it, but is what it is. We're a little bit ahead in XP, I think, so yeah, not the worst. Yeah, now it's a bit awkward. Right now, though, this is, I guess, kind of an instructive moment. We're going to freeze a little bit. We're going to do this because our wave state's losing. It's just that simple. He's doing his blue. Does he want to pull up post blue and contest this wave? Probably not, because he was pretty low. So he's just going to kind of absorb the loss. And, this, I really think the Vulcan pick, generally speaking, falls off pretty hard. I mean, it kind of depends how you build. The tankier builds tend to fall off harder than the damage Vulcan solo builds, but I think the damage Vulcan solo builds are a lot less oppressive if they're even in the laning phase. So if he doesn't get ahead, basically, the game is really hard for the pick in general. So now that he's just not ahead already, not that he can't become ahead, but he's not ahead at this current point, I think that's just like pretty problematic for him, right? We'll take a reset here. Well, a little bit off on Golden Blade. Oh, Gold Grass in mid, great. And we'll go pick up our blue and do that obviously once we come back. But yeah, we've done a little bit of something. I mean, obviously, again, it's not a kill, but we're up like 3/4 of level, literally just off of finding a good opportunity to hold a wave when he goes to his blue. Didn't want to walk back up because he was low. And yeah, despite like a kind of weird early sequence fight, you know, not really getting a kill when we wanted to, we've shaped up this lane to be pretty good for us. I'm pretty happy with this. And again, like, I mean, I think if you are at this point in the game and you're not behind into the Vulcan solo, I would argue a lot of its kind of, you know, value and like circumstance for picking it is already fizzled out. Not entirely, but I think the first few levels are usually the worst, and then it kind of spikes again once it gets another, you know, modifier or whatever, and then it goes down and then spikes again. But we've kind of made it past one of the hurdles, so good enough. Again, like I said, we're probably going to be, as we like look to kind of get damage on him and peel back, take damage from waves. That's better than taking damage from him. You know, waves are quite weak in terms of the DPS they actually do, so I don't really mind too much. We're going to let our minions hit the Thumper. He might get the first creep, but he won't get the next ones, and now we just hold. So he might Vulcan ult this. That's like very possible. I don't know when it's up. But he'll probably just walk up first. Again, we know where he wants to play. He missed some minions there. We're going to 2. He jukes it, which is smart, but again, we've already kind of done the damage. We should just poke him out and maintain our losing wave state. Now he's just dead. Nice. So, I mean, even without the Merc gank, he's in a really bad spot, but you know, you do kind of hope that these picks do get ganked eventually, right? Because they should be pretty easy kills, especially if they're getting poked. So just a good, simple, easy rotation. Sometimes you get the favorable side, sometimes you don't. I'm going to hit this tower a little bit just for this segment, and then we will peel off and go do something else. Yeah, I'll do this Camp C, so he's going Chronos Pendant into some type of defense, might be Helmet Radiance, might be something else. So he's going more of that, you know, kind of hybridy with a little bit of damage Vulcan, which, again, I think we're usually pretty accustomed to seeing, and that's a good look for us, truthfully. I think we're going to be quite okay into it. His blue got dropped by his turret. I can just kind of keep farming. Yeah. Nothing really else to go on. Now, at this point, right, like where I have a little bit of a lead, not too afraid of him, either Nemesis or any other pick, I can continue to look to like hold when it's advantageous and all that stuff, of course. But I really don't need to fight him anymore. Again, in the very early trades, I can look for some kills and stuff. If it gets to a point where he starts to get some defense and he's like kind of just a hassle, we don't have to sit there and fight him, right? Like the short trades and stuff begin to lose some of their value just because he's a bit tankier. And if I can get a kill, great. If I can't, I just won't. It's no big deal. It really doesn't matter. And with Nem, we have the opportunity to always just kind of send it if we really want to, and then like use our ultimate. Obviously, that can be pretty creative. I'm not going to try to like fish for an angle too hard because I'm already ahead. But if we just like path correctly, he is in a world of trouble. Oh, what a patient Fenrir ult there. I'm fucked. Oh, they miscommed. I misplayed it too. I'm terrible. My bad. Ooh, I panicked. I didn't panic, but I rushed it. My bad. Good job. Yeah, so when you shield and you get meatballed, you actually don't gain any health as well, which is a weird interaction because normally you will gain health and do damage. For whatever reason, the meatball you gain nothing. So I shielded the meatball, which is awful, and then the beads was also terrible. No reason for me not to wait there. That was just impatient. All good though. We'll go team beads here. I know this is like quite early, but it's good into Fenrir. It's obviously just a good team relic, and I have not as much of a lead as I did, but I have enough of a lead in this lane and enough safety that I'm really not worried about like not getting a more selfish magical defense item for the actual matchup. I'll be completely fine. And yeah, no worries. His blue should be up kind of soon, because he doesn't have it on him. So it's when it's 75% or more, usually, right? So, oh, that's annoying. Is there just nothing to clear? I guess not. We'll do totem. Boring. Dude, this is actually such a boo moment doing totem and smite too. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. We got it. No worries. The stats are looking great this game, 14-4, but we're not that ahead, so we do have to, like, do the right things to convert this game still. I'm actually going to proxy here, and we're going to rotate to gold. We just get Prio this way. He's fighting me because he doesn't want to lose his blue. I'm actually just going to, like, feint on him a little bit there and hit him just to kind of scare him a bit, but I'm never actually looking for him. He's trying to dissuade me, I guess. You know, I actually can fight a little. Oh, he already did his blue. That's alright. The turret finished. I thought he actually, like, fully peeled off. We got some poke. I'm just going to double proxy and then rotate. He's half now. If Fen comes to me, I won't fuck up the beads, surely. And we'll be okay. Yeah, he's top right. We're good. So we proxy again. The Golden Blade really helps with that. I did it again. It's like muscle memory, dude. And it's not a good one. It's quite low. He does have Aegis here. I'm going to let the wave collapse in first, and then I'll go in. This should be a kill. I just have to play this a little patient. Actually pre-Aegis, which I'm a little surprised by, but it kind of worked. I still have another dive, maybe. Oh, my wave's kind of gone. Okay. It's playable. I'm going to run around to Kepri. I hope he's not dead. I'm fine if I just run long. Yeah, I'm okay. He's fine. Alright, nice. Worked out. Nice. Good job. Bro, I pre-shielded. What is that patience? Ay, 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 bro. Yo, I'm actually so jumpy this game. It's just SOT Aura? It might be. Damn. Good job. Fucked that up a little bit. This guy's... Yeah, I mean, the Vulcan was definitely tanky. You know, because he ages so early, I actually didn't tank the tower for, like, a long time. And then I just did, like, an offhand auto that ended up hitting him, obviously, and then I tanked. So I think I played the dive pretty poorly. If we just force the Aegis and live, like, that's fine, by the way. But I wanted to look for more. I mean, overall, it was a good trade, but yeah, a bit awkward. It's okay, I could have done that. Definitely better. Here, again, I like going health and prots in this character and cooldown, obviously. Like, nothing really super crazy. We'll just go Nemean here. It's not cooldown, but I'll get some more of that later. And, you know, if you get more health when you're low, obviously you'll heal more. So, building as tanky as you can on this pick, I think, is really important. Again, can you go like a lifesteal sustain build with like Devos and all that stuff on this character? For sure. I'm just showcasing a different build largely because, you know, I do that build a lot right now for YouTube videos, and also this build is completely fine if you don't like that build. What this build specializes in is having a bit more cooldown, which you don't need on them, but like with how strong the aspect hole is, it's definitely not a bad thing to have. And yeah, I mean, you can play for it. I can try to force something from him here. It's a little limited. Again, I don't do that much damage. Forcing this too hard. We'll just go left. I'm fine here. Yeah, that's fine. This blue's up. No worries. Let's see, can we get this or will we F it up? I mean, didn't really F it up. He just kind of ulted it. That's alright. I've got ult, so I'm completely okay staying. Maybe gave him a little bit too much leeway right there. Should have just been farming. This, you know, these Vulcan builds, they do farm like somewhat slow in terms of actual waves, so if you want to, which I probably should be doing, you can just kind of PvE it up a little bit. Especially if your clear's a bit better than Nems. Which, I mean, Nems is fine, but you know what I mean. Like if you're a Merchant or something, you're gonna kind of coast. I guess they're both pretty similar clear-wise. You get the idea, though. Okay. We'll go to gold here soon. I know I said I was going to, and then that whole like sequence happened, so we never came over. We've got a slight lead as a team. He's gonna 1-me. Bro, what is the patience on everybody today? I swear, like I'm doing shield baits and nobody's falling for anything, and I'm kind of getting myself killed because of it. I'm gonna greed the wave. I have ult, so like if he tries to go on me, we're fine. And if defends for some reason here, we get gold for free. So it's a win-win. And I probably live anyways. Kind of a Nem moment here, I won't lie, but it is important to look at where your team is postured when you are greedy, because maybe it's helpful, and if it's not, I probably don't play for that wave, especially if I'm not Nem. Alright, we'll head over and do our thing. So yeah, in team fights, the Nem play is very simple. You try to dive 2, you hard commit to 1, and then when you get low, you ult the person you haven't been hitting who's full health. And you profit. So ideally you hard commit a backliner, and then you ult the support. It's very, very simple. Doesn't always work that simply, but I mean, more or less, this character is really not, I think, super hard to play. She's very, very fun, though. Okay. Let's go back in. Oh, Izanami just dashed forward. What a psycho. Just barely jumped out. It's alright. Keep going. Literally no fear. So we're taking 0 damage. Keep going. For fun. I mean, not in here. It's okay. It is A-okay. We ult this guy. He's dead now. That's fucked up, isn't it? Wukong beads. We'll take a reset now. And, yeah, we're doing alright. So we'll go Spirit Rope here. This isn't health or cooldown, but this is kind of like the one item that isn't health or cooldown that I always like recommend on this character, because you're just getting the percentage health heal over time, which is going to sync right with the health we have and are going to build, and then obviously increase prots. Really the only way to counter the Nemesis solo pick is to hard CC her and lock her down before she can get a good ultimate. And we have beads, team beads, and Spirit Robe on the way. So that like probability of that happening is just very low. And yeah, that's kind of the magic of it all. Again, this pick when ahead, when built properly, or even just when even and built properly, is extremely hard to play around. So you need high CC. You kind of need a draft to be planned around it. I think it sort of reminds me of the tier pick in Smite 1, where a lot of the times like you needed to draft around it to make it bad. But I think the difference between Nem and tier is that Nem's like, so for tier, if you drafted around tier, he was really, really weak a lot of the times, and he was just bad. Like, if you drafted a bunch of knock-up immune gods, etc. With Nem, if you draft around her, she's still good. She's just not extremely oppressive. And I don't think the quote-unquote, like, again, I did the 3 thing again. Whoops. I don't think the best case, like, drafts into Nem are nearly as invasive as the tier ones were. That's why I got team beads, though. I had terrible beads before, but it's no worries. We're completely... Actually, I might be inting. Never mind. Nice. Yeah, I played that a bit bad. My first beads was horrible, but that's why we have 2 of them. Nice. But yeah, so like good picks into Nem are just really, like, you really need a layer CC. I think picks like Ymir are good. Pick like in support, mind you, for that specific occurrence. I think picks like Fenrir are good. Bologna can be quite good. Thor can be good. Obviously, if you can have a mage that is like less afflicted by Nem than others, like a Merlin or something, that's cool. Agni's obviously really good. I secured it with the dash. That was close. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. That was very close though. My oh my. All right, we got Spirit Rope here, and then we go into what, man? I mean, cooldown and health, right? Genji's is good, I guess. Heartward Charm's fun, maybe. I've never actually built this before. Let's go, why not? I really don't think it matters. I think Triton's Conch is really good in this god too. She's a hybrid scaler and you help your teammates out. So I could just build that. I'm going to build Heartward Charm because it sounds fun. Does Nem Shield count actually? I don't actually know. I guess we'll find out, right? If it doesn't, we'll... Whoops. You know? Could also go Wish Granting Pearl, I guess. Makes my health from my 3 heal a lot more. Or I gain a lot more health from my 3. I'm literally just going to walk forward. Like, I don't care that I don't have beads here. Their damage is too split right now for me to care. So we just kind of do like a in and out fight like that. And we'll just find a new target now. Izanami's here. There goes the Bacchus. We'll walk forward. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Ay, ay, ay. Let's peel him. Well done. I have 3'd the Vulcan meatball for the 50th time this game. Nice. Now what? This is clone. Bro, I actually have not done it. Like, I'm actually so shit. I have played this game, like, not very well, I don't think. I mean, I've done it okay. I'm not going to sell myself too short. I've been definitely a little bit sloppy this game. Maybe it's just late, and, you know, we've already recorded videos today. I don't know. But this Phoenix is going to fall. Got a 2. Oh, wow. I'm against a lot of people here. This could be bad. But we've baited them. It was all a bait. Aha! Ult the Vulcan because he's full health. Chase. It's a disaster. Dun dun dun. I think we just win now. Great. Look at that. And that's how to get a quicker YouTube video so you can go to bed sooner. You just in. And it all works out. No, I'm not actually going to bed, but I think we did secure it. We're gonna team beats the not. You know what the power play would have been? I team beats and then I shield, so I can actually get some health back from a meatball. That would have been an alpha play. I'm not that good of a player, so I didn't think about that in the moment, but I'll keep practicing. GG, well done. And yeah, 3-2-14. I mean, I definitely didn't have the most kill like intensive match, which will happen sometimes, but we played the lane relatively safe. We did a good job with our trades. We utilized the Nemult with the Puri thing, did top damage, top mitts and stuff. It was a solid game. 15k self-healing is pretty impeccable considering, you know, the fucked up shields I had and the fact that, you know, they do have a lot of hard CC. Not a lot. They have some. Like the Fen pick was good. I don't think, you know, the rest of them could really do much, and we got ahead, so it was kind of just cooked. But a win was a win, so we will call it that. I'll say GG to the very talkative post-lobby chat, and we'll call it a day. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you have a wonderful night, morning, afternoon, whatever time you're watching this at, midday, and I will see you very soon. Peace out.